You wake up already tired, before the alarm or the kids or the calendar can speak, and you wonder how a heart can feel heavy before the day has even had a chance to begin. There's a heaviness you can't quite name, part deadlines, part dishes, part love, part worry, and you feel it in every step, in every sigh, in every quiet moment between. You smooth your hair, pour the cereal, pack the lunch, skim the emails, and tell yourself you're fine, even when the mirror knows how hard you're working just to stay afloat. Tiny cracks start to show, coffee splashes onto a shirt, keys slip from tired hands, stairs leave you breathless, and you realize you've been running on fumes for far too long. You promise to start Monday, then start Tuesday, then start next month, then carry the guilt quietly when the calendar keeps filling and your energy keeps slipping away again and again. Every day feels like a silent battle no one else sees, a tug-of-war between childcare and spreadsheets, between laundry and lunch breaks, between your aching shoulders and your softer dreams. You hold yourself to impossible standards and whisper harsh things you would never say to a friend, pressuring your tired body like it's the problem instead of the companion it has always been. Books, trackers, programs, glossy posts, and abandoned routines stack into a quiet pile of almosts, nudging you toward the old fear that you'll always start and then fall off again. Slowly, like fog seeping into a morning, you begin to believe the problem must be you, because consistency feels like a door you can't seem to open and hold. Everyone else seems to be moving forward, friends posting progress, colleagues training for races, while you feel stuck in place, trying to count breaths instead of shortcomings. You break in small, silent ways, behind a closed bathroom door, in the soft moment after bedtime stories, because admitting how hard it feels is heavier than anyone knows. You disconnect from invitations and workouts, and even your own reflection, convincing yourself that shrinking your dreams is safer than trying and stumbling again. The hardest part is the quiet fear that nothing will change, that the backaches, the restless nights, and the rush will keep swallowing the parts of you that love to move. How long can you keep living this way, running on coffee and reminders, watching your energy drip away from the life you're trying so hard to hold together with love and lists? Then, in a quiet exhale between tasks, a whisper rises inside you that sounds like mercy and curiosity, asking for one breath that belongs only to you. What if things don't have to stay this way, and momentum could begin in 10 gentle minutes on the living room rug, while the preschooler naps and the pasta water heats? Curiosity flickers like a match, reminding you of the dancer who loved music and movement, and wondering if her grace could return in low-impact, equipment-light steps made just for now. Maybe you were never broken, only busy and underslept and uncoached, and perhaps all you ever needed were kind cues, clear modifications, and permission to begin small. You realize the real reason it felt so hard is not lack of willpower but lack of design, because scattered energy and rigid plans never matched your real-life rhythms. Your struggle doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human, caring for everyone and everything, and now choosing to include the woman carrying it all in the circle of care. For the first time, you loosen the grip of self-blame and decide that progress can be built from kindness, tiny wins, and repeatable steps that fit your calendar and your capacity. You begin imperfectly with 5 minutes of low-impact movement, guided by an encouraging voice on your phone reminding you that wobbling is welcome and rest is part of the work. That one action leads to another, 2 songs of modified dance steps at lunch, a 10-minute stretch after dishes, and suddenly momentum returns like a friend you're learning to trust again. You feel something gentle and new, maybe pride, maybe relief, as your body hums with a quiet yes that sounds like possibility instead of pressure. Your mind clears for the first time in months, and the fog lifts enough to see simple choices that were always there, waiting for your compassion to lead the way. Energy returns in sips rather than gulps, enough to take the stairs without dread, to carry sleepy bodies without wincing, to laugh at spills instead of breaking inside. You notice unexpected shifts, patience lingering longer at homework time, sleep coming faster after a 9 p.m. stretch, and backaches softening under kinder movement. You start believing you can actually do this because the steps are smaller, the cues kinder, and the practice belongs to your real life, not some perfect morning that never comes. The old story of all or nothing begins to dissolve, replaced by a steady rhythm of tiny sessions that add up to strength, resilience, and a gentler way to be in your body. A stronger version of you emerges, not because you push harder, but because you move smarter, choosing low-impact sequences that respect joints and celebrate consistency over spectacle. Your actions match your intentions as you stack habits around real life. 6:15 a.m. mobility before breakfast, a 12-minute lunch stretch, and an evening flow that ushers in sleep. You catch yourself thinking differently, choosing compassion over criticism and progress over perfection, and you realize self-respect has been quietly growing with every gentle repetition. What once felt impossible now feels natural. As movement becomes a non-negotiable kindness you offer your future self, the way you charge your phone before the next busy day. You feel more grounded, like your breath can hold you when the day swells, and your feet know how to root when storms ask you to sway without breaking. Your mind has room again, with fewer scattered tabs and kinder inner talk, so prioritizing becomes simpler and your decisions align with what actually matters. You reconnect with people because you've reconnected with yourself, and your patience turns deeper, your laughter louder, and your presence steadier during the small moments that make a life. New opportunities appear because you finally have the energy to notice and the belief to accept them, from leading a project to joining a gentle community class without fear. Your life grows bigger and brighter, and you claim time as yours without apology, knowing your strength fuels calm, confidence, and joy across every room you walk through. You've become someone you recognize and admire, a woman who moves with intention, rests without guilt, and trusts herself to begin again whenever life gets messy. Confidence lives in your body now, quiet, steady, supported by routines that honor your limits and reveal your strength without demanding perfection or pain. Your choices finally match your values, and each small session becomes a promise kept to the person you are becoming, not just a task checked off a list. You look back at the spilled coffee, the late nights, the dwindling hope, and you see them as chapters that taught you how to build something gentler and stronger. This is the moment everything shifts, when you realize your body is not your enemy but your ally, and the smallest consistent steps were always the way through. You are not who you were. You are stronger, softer, steadier, and you stand in your power with the grace of a woman who chose herself without abandoning anyone. If you're ready, take the next tiny step, not for the number on a screen, but for the woman you are becoming, the mother who moves from love, patience, and quiet fire.